Engagement optimized matchmaking is a term that has been getting a lot, and I mean a lot of traction within the Marvel Rivals community over the past couple of months, with people even coining new terms like EOMM agent or EOMM demon to describe games that feel like a scripted loss. And it has gotten to the point where the developers for Marvel Rivals have released a video only on Twitter for some reason to address people's questions about matchmaking in general, as well as confirming that they do not use engagement optimized matchmaking. So what is engagement optimized matchmaking? How does it fit into Marvel Rivals discussions, and why is it not the biggest problem that Marvel Rivals has with matchmaking? What is going on, everybody? My name is... That was weird. My name is Tarian, and we really do need to discuss this topic because every other day, I swear, I see people angry online talking about this and describing it in the worst of way possible. It's even gotten to the point where I've legitimately heard people say that the devs nerf your damage output to force you into a loss if you're doing too well, which is honestly just a whole new level of schizo posting. I feel like so many people get this topic wrong on so many levels while barely understanding the topic at hand and then use it as an excuse as to why they're not top 500. I mean, how many times have you heard someone go, "I hate these matchmaking agents in my game, they're the only reason we're losing," and then you look at their monitor and they're 0-6. Not to mention, it doesn't even address what the actual biggest problem for matchmaking in Marvel Rivals is, and just acts as an excuse people can point to when they have a bad game. It's like people in real life who recognize that prices are too high, but somehow blame it on the single mother on food stamps like, my brother in Christ, that is not the problem! So let's start with this. What is engagement optimized matchmaking and where does it come from? Engagement optimized matchmaking originally came from a study conducted on data from EA. Surprise, surprise, EA was doing scummy practices with matchmaking to make people play longer. I mean, is anyone even surprised at this point that a scummy way of tricking your players into playing longer and therefore giving more money came from EA, the company that produces the same game every year multiple times? The logic being that in free-to-play games, the more you play a game, the more invested you are, and the more invested time-wise you are into a game, the more likely you are to open up your wallet so that not only is the gaming session hard, but so are you. So, you create a matchmaking system that is designed to keep people playing for as long as possible, where you intentionally pair them up with better or worse teammates and opponents to give them the best possible chance at winning or losing, fueling them to keep playing well past the time that they should. This is what engagement optimized matchmaking is. Not just a bunch of losses in a row, not just a bunch of wins in a row, but strategically placed wins and losses to have you play as long as possible. Because the data does show that if you just go on a massive loss streak or even a massive win streak, you lose interest that much quicker. This is also part of the reason why I don't believe Marvel Rivals uses it, and I do trust the developers when they say they don't use it, because every time you see someone complaining about it, it's always in relation to a large loss streak, or it's because someone on their team is intentionally throwing. It's not like NetEase employees are clocking in for a long day of work where they strategically snipe lobbies of unsuspecting players to insta-lock Jeff and throw their teammates off the map every time that they have ult. That is just someone intentionally throwing the match, and I cannot tell you how many times people use that to say that there is engagement optimized matchmaking. And what I'm about to say might make some people mad, but at this point it doesn't really matter all that much, because even if NetEase is using some form of engagement optimized matchmaking, it doesn't matter. Okay, maybe it matters a little bit, but it's not really my point. Because Marvel Rivals has much, much deeper problems when it comes to their matchmaking than tossing in a few scripted wins and losses here and there, and it comes down to rank mismatch that is caused by a number of different factors that NetEase has decided to implement into the ranked experience. Rank mismatch occurs when someone is in a rank that doesn't accurately place their skill level, such as someone who should be in silver being in platinum, or even the much more rare that someone who should be in GM being in gold. Either way, you end up in a situation that feels like the Karate Kid fighting, well, a normal kid. This happens for a few different reasons that are all incredibly fixable, and I have no doubt that at least some of them are either already in the process of being fixed as I write this, or will never go away. First and foremost, being able to climb with a negative win rate is something that should never, ever happen in a competitive setting. I know NetEase says that they balance characters for fun over competition, but Jesus Christ, the fact that even to this day it's possible to rank up in this game while losing the majority of your games is atrocious. Just take these 2 games I played. Yes, I know this is better at higher ranks. I just hadn't have a lot of time to play this season. This is just inflationary. The fact that I can go even for the day and potentially have a significant amount more ranked points than I started the day with is insane. And this isn't isolated to me. I cannot tell you how many profiles I have seen from other people that show me someone with a negative win rate in a higher rank. The fact that you can be outclassed and still climb makes no sense. It's like if you lost every game at a fighting game tournament and then the tournament organizer said, "Hey, don't worry, little guy, we'll put you in the grand finals to make up for those losses." This is even worse at lower ranks because of the terrible idea to include chrono shields. I swear, whoever came up with this idea needs to go on a long vacation from designing video games. Like, long enough to reevaluate where they're going in life type of vacation, and I'm not even going to go into chrono shield tickets that they gave out a while back. Just like with how people are able to get more ranked points per win than they lose per loss, chrono shields just say, "Hey, kid, you know that loss you got? Don't worry about it. It doesn't exist no more." Because every fourth loss while gold or below gets completely negated. I mean, what were they thinking with this mechanic? It just leads to inflation beyond belief, because now if someone goes 3 and 4 on their day, it's more similar to them going 3 and 3, which is not fair to the people who are actually going 3 and 3 consistently. And these two problems just combine into specifically Platinum being a clusterfuck of players that either should or shouldn't be there, meaning that the people who should be higher might get messed up due to worse teammates, and people who should be lower might get higher than they should due to actual good teammates, and now suddenly cats are chasing duds and the Karate Kid is losing to the actual kid! Okay, that might be an exaggeration, but I think I made my point. And this also comes as an unfortunate side effect of something that I actually really enjoy about Marvel Rivals, and that is that the time it takes to play a game is barely anything. Unlike a game like a League of Legends, God, I thought I was done talking about that game, where matches can take up to 40 minutes to get done. Most of my Marvel Rival games are at the longest 15. It is so much easier to spam games in a single night of playing, and since you're getting more per win than losing per loss, and early on you have chrono shields to further prevent you from losing, it is incredibly easy for people to just brute force their way up the ladder. And if you thought the problem of ranked mismatch ends there, well, no, it does not. Because now with Season 3, ranked seasons are even shorter than they used to be, meaning that the ranked reset that will happen at the end of each season happens so much sooner. So for people like myself who, I don't want to say have a job because that kind of sounds mean, don't have a lot of free time on our hands, are going to be further pushed downwards to places that we may not belong. And this is why I point out that rank mismatch can happen both ways. And it can also be said that because Marvel Rivals tends to only put you against people that share a similar visual rank, people who are smurfing will start at Bronze 3 with people who deserve to be there and just be able to bulldoze through and not experience Diamond lobbies until they actually get to Diamond. And all of this is the actual problem with Marvel Rivals ranked experience. There is so much rampant rank mismatch among the community at this point that I don't think there's much the devs could do outside of two very simple things. One is a full ranked reset at the end of one season, just one, not every, letting there be a total wipe of people from ranks that they shouldn't be in, as well as implementing more safeguards to make it so that visible rank does not matter as much as skill level. So people who are smurfing in lower ranks are brought into the higher level matches much quicker. This will help to eliminate people who have been able to brute force their way into higher ranks through spamming games or ride a luck train with chrono shields. Second, they need to add in placements. Maybe it's better now that the game has been out for a while, but I still firmly believe that making it so that every single account, once it reaches level 10, is put into the same exact rank as everyone else just creates not only a toxic environment, but is also what makes chrono shields almost a necessity so that newer and less experienced players don't just get trounced into Bronze 3 0 points. But with placements, at the very least, you can have people who are playing at a Platinum level start off in Platinum instead of just crushing little Timmy in Silver 2 who just wanted to play as Spider-Man. And that's about all I have to say on this topic, because this video is too long and I want to go make a terrible guide to playing Jeffrey. So if you liked the video, go leave a like, and if you didn't, then feel free to disagree with me in the comment section below, because I do tend to respond to every comment that I get, positive or negative. Finally, if this is the type of content that you like, then hit that subscribe button to be updated whenever any of my new content comes out, and help me achieve my goal of 10k subs before the end of the year. Also, to everyone who has been waiting patiently for me to come back, hello, I know it has been a while, and I am very sorry for the long hiatus. I'm moving away from League of Legends content. If you want a detailed explanation of why, then let me know in the comments, because I am no longer playing the game and I have not played for almost a year now, I want to say. Either way, I do plan on putting out new content at a reasonably consistent pace from now on, so be on the lookout as we take this channel in a new direction. Thank you all for all of the love and support that you have given me, and I will see you all next time. Bye bye!